Okay, let's take a look at some of these cards that we have here so we can actually see how we can change some of these IRQs, DMAs, and IO addresses. If we take needle nose pliers here and we take a look at the back here, we've got some jumpers. We can get our documentation and kind of real easily shake these jumpers out. And let's say we're changing an IRQ, we just come over and we can just pull these jumpers out. We can either short the jumper, that means we can short out those two pins, actually use those two pins, or we can just pull them out and put it on the outside and not use those pins at all. So if we have to change this, say from a IRQ 3 or 4 to something else, blah, 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 we can actually move these around and move these jumpers around. Of course, there's different ways of actually getting these IRQs, and there could be switches, there could be jumpers, there could be just software, which is mostly the most recent right now. But what I want you to see is it's very, very easy to take these jumpers out. Just pull this card out. And once again, folks, you want to make sure you have your PC turned off. You don't want to do this inside the PC while it's on. You can seriously damage your cards. So you want to actually pull these cards out, make sure you got the right tools with you. You want to make sure you're real slow with these. These jumpers are very sensitive, so you can actually pull these out. I can be playing with this and just grab another jumper and twist them and turn them, and you're just ruining your cards. So it's very expensive cards usually, and you don't want to mess with them. So once again, let's try this again. I pull this out. You need a little pressure, real tight. Boom, and there you go. And you've got a jumper outside right here. So as you can see, you can move around. Sometimes these cards have a lot of jumpers. One of the neat things is sometimes these cards actually have documentation on the cards. We actually hope and pray that it does, but not always will it. So you want to make sure that you have your documentation with you that came with the card. So sometimes we'll look around the back, and here we go. We've got documentation right in the back of this card. I'm not sure if you can focus in on here, but we've got a real nice picture of what each one of these jumpers means, how we can set this up. And many of the times we really are looking for this because we get out on site, the owners don't know where the documentation is, they threw it out, they trashed it with the box, and we got to carry that. Another thing, another real good source for this is the internet. The internet, the World Wide Web, will actually give you a lot of this documentation. If you've got the card, you know what it is, get on the internet, look up the manufacturer's site. You can usually even download software drivers, information on this, all sorts of documentation. They sell these books that are complete. They can show you all the jumpers. I've seen some incredibly large books on all hard drive controllers, NIC cards, network cards, that'll actually show you where the jumpers go. So this is very important, especially in the older PCs. I mean, with plug and play today, you don't need it that bad, but in the older cards, and we will find a lot of these in our time, especially for the next couple of years, we're going to need to know this.